The question is, where were you? Job was like, well, how come these happen? He said, I'm sorry. Where were you when I created the earth? Where were you when I set the stars? Where were you when I feed all of nature? Oh, you were there when I send the wind. He gets sarcastic. I love it. It's like, God is just, what is that? Divine sarcasm. Oh, you were there. You're the one who feeds the animals of the ocean, of the deep, that you haven't even seen. Oh, you weren't. Then who are you to question? Now, this is where religion gets mean. Because people, what happens? We sometimes fall into the very mistaken and very dangerous habit of understanding everything around us. That's a bad and dangerous. The reason that's a bad and dangerous habit is because that's another illusion. You do not control as much as you think you do. And death teaches you that very, very quickly. Suffering teaches you that right quick. Betrayal, anger, weakness. You are taught very, very quickly that you don't run everything. And that's why I say, if you get used to that on a day-to-day basis, then when it comes, it won't surprise you as much. That's why I tell people, Father, I don't understand something. Good. And I just keep moving. That's messed up, Father. And I go, get used to it. That's how nature works. We need to know our place in creation. And I've had people tell me, but that is not upsetting, it's not offensive. And I said, fine. Maybe you need to be offended then. Why? Because you don't know your place. Oh, that's really nice. And I go, all right, don't worry about it. You'll come get me later. When? When your mother is sick. When your marriage has come apart. That's mean for me to say, but it's true. That's when you'll go, you know, maybe I should go talk to the guy that dresses in the funny robes. Because that's when you realize why. Because everybody who dresses like you, obviously they don't know the answer. So let me go to the guy who dresses like a freak. He must know. And, you know, probably right, actually. By the way, that's like religion of every culture and civilization up until now. That guy who's a weird, dresses weird, and hangs out alone. It's usually the guy who you go to get some answers from. Think about it. Climb up a mountain, all that other stuff. But the reason and the answer is, and again, depending, like I said before, on whether it's a teachable moment or not, I will try to guide you to the answer of understanding that you don't control the universe. And that is okay. For a second, think about how poorly you run your own life. Think about how poorly you run your own body. Forget your whole life. Let's just stick with your body. It's not my logic. That's Pope St. Leo the Great's logic. In it, he explains and he reflects that if I can't run myself perfectly, then who am I to demand to be able to run creation or run others? If I can't run my own body well, he says, if I can't control my own desires and my own passions perfectly, how dare I try to control another? And the thing is he was just talking about other people. He was just saying, if you want to be in charge, first thing, can you run yourself? Then shut up. Now take that, and some of us say, well, yeah, but God does things poorly. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not arrogant enough to say you want to run others. You want to run God. So it is a good lesson for us to reflect on the fact that we can't run ourselves well. Why? Because humility comes from that. The humble person understands that they are not all-powerful, and that even if they were, they'd mess it up.